Good morning. I'm in Asahikawa, Japan. Right now, it is minus 41 degrees Celsius, minus 42 degrees Fahrenheit. It's the coldest temperature ever recorded in Japan. People would have said if they were standing here on January 25th, 1902, because that's what happened. In this place, the coldest temperature to this day ever recorded in Japan was right here. Asahikawa is still Japan's, on average, coldest city. Today, it is the middle of winter. It is minus 5 degrees right now, which is about 23 degrees Fahrenheit, so you have to see these things in context. This is my first time to Asahikawa. I decided to come here in the dead of winter just because I wanted to see it at its most dramatic. Today I'm exploring the streets of Asahikawa in north-central Hokkaido, Japan. It's the middle of winter, but Japan's coldest place is buzzing this morning. I'll be wandering around, soaking up the bone-chilling atmosphere, and visiting famous Asahikawa landmarks, like Japan's first custom-made shopping street and the stupendous Asahi Bridge. Oh, look at this! It's beyond cold, but in a place like this, you just bundle up and hit the pavement when you can see it under the layers of snow and ice. All right, this intersection right here marks the beginning of what's called Heiwa Shopping Street. Heiwa means peace, but that's just the name. So Heiwa Dori, Heiwa Shopping Street, was built in 1972, and it's a large, long, 1 kilometer long, no car, pedestrian walkway, kind of a boulevard thing. And it was not like an old road converted to that. It was actually built just for that. It's Japan's first kind of permanent pedestrian shopping street. And it's sort of the center sort of draw of Asahikawa. And here's what it's like in winter, I guess. Kind of hopping here. It's about it's a little past 10 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. Gotta be careful with this ice. Actually, as a guy from Georgia in the US where it doesn't get that cold, not like this, I'm dismayed to see all of the people here not wearing hats. They're just tougher than I am. Well, they all have hair. That's the difference. So notice I'm one of the few people actually walking in the middle on the snow. Oh well, screw them. They don't know how to have fun. Some people are definitely not dressed for this weather. If you know anything about me, you know that shopping and stores and commerce, pretty much the last thing on my list of interests. And yet, that's all this is, but I'm loving it. It's a great place to be. And it's full of interesting characters. Also underdressed. Asahikawa is Japan's second biggest city after Sapporo. 333,000 people live here. Let's go closer and actually see some of these shops. A lot of stuff not open yet. Of course, you may have heard of Sapporo beer. Comes from this area. To be honest, I have more fun walking on the snow. So to continue the story about Asahikawa, it was actually founded as a village in 1899. It has two sister cities in the US, Bloomington and Normal, Illinois. Asahikawa has two city mascots, a boy and a girl. The boy is Asapi. Asapi is part polar bear, part seal. And his shirt is made of the local national park, the Daisetsuzan National Park. And it has fringe on it made out of ramen, a local Asahikawa specialty. His belt is made of the Asahikawa Bridge. And remember that, that'll be important later. And his pants are made of the river. And his companion mascot is Yukirin. She's a giraffe. I would note that there are no polar bears or giraffes in this area, but for some reason, that's the mascot. So she's a giraffe. She has a dress that is sort of designed like an apple. It's red with a little green leaf collar. It has little flowers on the hem, and it has snowflake prints on it. And she has antennae made of snowballs, which, according to Wikipedia, can, quote, gather information. And no other explanation is given. So apparently she is some sort of spy for the local security agency. So if you see a giraffe kind of pointing her snowballs at you, be wary. It's got to be my *1 favorite thing about these sort of extreme and interesting cold places. Just a lot of creativity. You live in a harsh environment, your soul has to come out somehow. Possible to be even less well dressed here. Okay, well, this is the end. These hands are the end of Heiwa Shopping Street. So I am going to cut off that way down this diagonal road here to take a look at Asapi's belt. Remember what I said about Asapi, the boy mascot of this town? His belt was designed after the Asahikawa Bridge. The actual bridge is down here. I have seen that several times since I got here to Hokkaido a few days ago. People running, sometimes running in regular shoes on ice, sometimes just jogging, like for exercise. And I don't understand how they do it. I mean, I literally physically don't understand how you can do that without just slipping on the very first step and breaking your neck. But they do it. Talk about skills. I've also seen people slipping and falling, so I guess sort of a range of confidence and actual ability here. Is it my imagination, or does that thing quickly keep getting colder and colder? Maybe the sun finally exploded and in 8 minutes the earth will be a icy husk. And we'll know about it first here because we saw the temperature going down and down and down and down. This is cool though. This is not the promenade that we were walking on. This is more regular Asahikawa. This is always the part I like, just the regular, mundane, everyday parts. And I do see the bridge ahead. Wow. It's a drink machine, but you can get all kinds of stuff. You can get the regular sort of drinks and waters and cokes and teas. You can also get chiffon cake, some cookies, kind of sandwich thing, bag of coffee, caffeine-free organic drip bag of roast coffee. 750 yen. Wow, that's great. Oh, look at this. Here it is, the Asahi Bridge, the Asahikawa Bridge. Famous because it's just such a great looking bridge. And suddenly we're out of the city and have used all of the fantastic and amazing mountains that are all around Asahikawa. I'd like to show you more, but I gotta figure out how to get down this staircase. And it's really stretching the limit of the meaning of the word staircase. And there it is. Look at that view from the bridge. So this on the right is Ishikari River. This one on the left is the smaller Ushubetsu River. The Ushubetsu seems to have a little bit of ice on its edges. And over here in the Ishikari, a little bit more ice, but not too bad. Wow. Let's go to the other side and see the view from that side of the bridge. I have the song, this is true, I have the song Snowblind by Black Sabbath in my head because I feel that way, I feel snowblind. Although they weren't singing about actual snow, but I am. It's what's in my mind and in my eyes and in my brain. I just got my phone out, my iPhone, to check like the maps, check the names of these rivers and stuff. And I couldn't really see the phone that well, it's too dark. So I thought, well, I'm gonna have to turn the brightness all the way up. And I looked at it, already was all the way up. And even then I couldn't really see it. Whew. And there it is, the very interesting curve, kind of the long straightaway here, and then it curves around very mysteriously out there on the edge of town. I know it's cold out here, but don't you think I know what I'm doing? I mean, don't tell me that it's doing me harm. You're the one who's really the loser. This is where I feel I belong. Yeah. That was for my fellow music nerds out there. There's more of the Ushubetsu River. Let's see if we can go down to that bridge right there, that close bridge. Okay, that'll be my goal. Get down there on the bridge and end the video there, by hook or crook. Well, it's easy to say. Can my shoes, which are tennis shoes I bought in Osaka, sneakers, can they handle this snow? Probably not, so let's go. Ah, piece of cake, piece of cake. I've also got a backpack on that's about 15 pounds. That kind of complicates the whole matter. All right, I'm not too convinced by this. All right, let's just go. Someone has gone before me. Try to use their footholds. Ha ha ha. I did this for you, you know. I did it for me. Okay, we'll end the video here. My look at Asahikawa. Ooh, I'm tongue-tied and cold and kind of exhilarated here to be here. Great place. What a town, what a place to explore. So I'm gonna leave here soon and get a train, an express train that is often canceled but is not canceled today, as far as I know, up to Wakkanai, the most far-flung and distant train line by far in Japan, the northernmost. It's kind of the culmination of a, did you just see a large bird right behind me? They're circling. Culmination of a lifelong dream, or a Japan-long dream, to get up to this insane train line in the middle of winter. So it's supposed to be snowing in Wakkanai tonight when we get there. It's going to be an amazing journey. It's sort of the apex of this trip. So that'll be the next video. Thank you for walking around Asahikawa with me, and I will see you next time. Thanks to the Patreon supporters who help make my videos possible and who, for $1 a month, can watch videos a week before they're public on YouTube and also get exclusive bonus material from my travels. Special thanks to Calvin Ferreira, David Richley, Jacob Fatz, Lever Wong, Michael Fedor, Nathaniel Holland, Omeyer, Ray Nichols, Samantha, and Will Phillips. Also thanks to subscribers to my free weekly email newsletter, who get links to new videos a day before they're published, plus behind-the-scenes info. Links are in this video's description. Thanks for wandering around with me.